Hi there. Slightly abrupt start. Forgot to fade in my music across scenes, but that's fine. Yeah, we are playing an otoge of sorts. Of sorts. Now let me. Oh, my model is bugging out a little bit. Let's get him sorted. There we go. That should be okay. There we go. Now let me open. Hi, Nero Immortal. Hi, Dom. Musoge. Yes, exactly. My hand is fine. I twisted too hard trying to open the pickle jar, and it kind of like hurt my thumb. In a it feels fine now, but I didn't want to play fighting games whilst my thumb was like still aching. Indeed, Silk, it is time to romance the three twinkdoms. Let me switch scenes. I think this setup is probably best for Dynasty Warriors. Right, I thought the protagonist would be the uke for all the tall, beautiful men who invite him into their bedroom, but you've showed me Yuanhua, and now I've realised he's the everyman otoge who you can choose to pair with a seme or with someone even more uke than him. Exactly, you can kind of form a lot of different relationships in this game. Oh my god, shut up. So I love the world map. I am a big fan of these like abstracted world maps where you're a jolly giant, running around the world. The horse makes things a little bit easier. Yeah, this guy's massive. I love that you can just like go and perch next to like a town or like a city. The only problem is you have to deal with their barks every 5 seconds. But if you go into photo mode, it shows you can do photo mode in the world map like this. Which is, I think, very funny. Like, this is terrifying. Exit photo mode, yes. So let's get somewhere where I'm not going to hear barks from the NPCs every 5 seconds. It looks like he's riding around a very pretty mini golf course. Yeah, I think that is the kind of the vibe this goes for, and I really like it. It does make China feel very small, which it isn't. But it also, I think, it makes you get familiar with the key locations of like the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. And for those of you who don't know, the Romance of the Three Kingdoms is a period in I think it's about 200 AD in Chinese history, whereby there are effectively three kingdoms sort of warring for control, and those are led by, or you know, in the way a lot of the Musou games have handled it, they're like sort of led by three leaders. There's Soso, who I think was historically the winner of the Three Kingdoms war, although the kingdom he founded was later usurped by someone else, so it wasn't very long lasting. There's Sun Quan and Liu Bei, and I don't know much about Sun Quan or Liu Bei, other than what I know through playing Dynasty Warriors games. But I, for my first playthrough, sided with Soso because I wanted to sort of just experience like the story of the Romance of the Three Kingdoms, more or less canonically, like at least as it's presented in this game. So in this game, you play as this guy who's like a sort of mystical warrior from like some kind of, excuse me, I've got hiccups. Who's like a sort of guardian of the peace, and it's their like ancient role to sort of try and preserve peace in China, and they've not done a very good job because there's war everywhere. But you basically have to pick a champion, you have to pick a side in the War of the Three Kingdoms and support them through to the conclusion. Right, Three Kingdoms period is 220 to 280 CE. Romance of the Three Kingdoms is a 14th century novel about the Three Kingdoms period. Yes, yeah. Exactly that. So I wasn't too far off, to about 200 CE. Yeah, but I picked Soso. Having completed the game now, I'm not only a sort of mystical warrior determined who gets to choose the fate of China, I am also a time-traveling god now, in that I can go to any camp. I think if I go to my lodgings, where you can see my doctor, Yuanhua, who like follows you around everywhere, I can now go to story, and I can travel through time and go to any point in time and like relive it, and I think make different choices. So I think at that point there, escape from one castle. That guy, maybe can't see, he's very small on the screen, but there's a guy who I think dies there, and you can go back and try and save him. I think once you have to finish the game once, and then you can go back and start like changing the timeline. But yeah, I don't really know where to start with this, because I just played through the game. I did like Soul's missions, I think up until chapter 3. Yeah, I avoided picking a side for as long as I could, and then eventually some people from Soul just came and said like, look, join us or don't, and I was like, okay. I think I probably could have carried on doing missions for Sun Quan as well at that point. But I didn't. So yeah, I think that battle of Xiangyang, that's where Sun Quan's father dies, and I think you can go back and like save him. I don't know how that affects the later storyline, because I imagine that would be quite affect things quite drastically. But yeah, I didn't follow Liu Bei for very long, and I think chapter 3 is where you have to sort of pick a side. You can only continue to support all three sides for so long. So yeah, I'm not really sure like what's the best like way to experience the game from this point forward. Right, choosing who will receive the mandate of heaven based on who I want most to invite me to his room at night to study the aesthetics of men. Yeah, so you can kind of choose based on oh god, where is it going to be? Records? No. I love the way Yuanhua follows you around. I have to go to the north. Where is that? It's this way. Yeah, the annoying thing about this map approach is that, yeah, you just get people like barking at you constantly, no matter where you go. If you go here, you can like speak to this guy. Oh, skill points. Okay. You can now trade skill points for valuable portable items and gold. Okay. Bonds. So yeah, here's like the bonds with all the different characters. So yeah, Dian Wei, he died in that mission I showed you. Guo Jia also dies, although I think that's a canon event. I don't think you can stop that because he dies from like consumption or something. But I was with Guo Jia for a very long time. He was my bestie until yeah he perished, and then I hung out with Xiahao Yuan after that. I think was it. Might have been Xiahao Dun. This one gets an eye patch, and I think it was him that I spent. Yeah, I maximised my bond with him. I didn't maximise my bond with Guo Jia, unfortunately, before he shuffled off this mortal coil. Oh, I've maximised pretty much everyone except for Shu Shu. I also really like. Is he in here? I think he's. Yeah, he's not non-affiliated. Maybe. Oh no. Liu B's force. Oh yeah, Zhang He, I think is how you would pronounce that. Also, apologies in advance. I'm gonna not pronounce a lot of the Chinese names correctly. I know a little bit about how to pronounce Chinese names, but not a lot. I know that Q isn't a hard Q; it's like a ch sound, and I know that that's not Zhang He. It should be more like Zhang He, I think. But like, feel free to correct me on that one. I'm not sure. Yeah, no, he defects at a certain point, so that's why I was looking for him into the other forces. But he defected and joined. He joined Soso. I don't know whether that's because I maximized the bond with him, but he was extremely gay with me. He was just like our ideal battlefield. I will say. It's throwing me to hear you keep talking about Soso, because while I know that's the Japanese pronunciation, the Chinese is more like Cao Cao. Oh yeah, so I pronounce it the way the Japanese voice actors do in this. So everyone says Soso. They a bunch of other names though, they pronounce so quickly I couldn't ever pick it up, and not frequently enough that I could like listen to it. So although I probably use the Japanese pronunciation of a couple of these names, the rest I am just having to read. But yeah, I'm not really sure, like, Muso Bond instantly enables you to switch to your companion. Not really. I kind of just want money, if I'm being honest. Gives me, 100 skill points for 20. Well, I don't really have any use for skill points, so yeah, just give me the cash. Gambarinayo. Anyway, let's get into some fights. So for that, I think let's go and go back in time to where I had to choose between reliable swarm brothers. Right, I think I'll go to here. So yeah, I'm just gonna probably just play through some missions with Liu Bi, because I did him the least. そうそう殿。So yeah, from what I understand, Liu Bei is like... He like starts out the story as just like a sort of wandering sellsword, basically, or like a minor lord, and he rises to prominence just through like being in the right place at the right time. Don't know how accurate that is. Silk, deciding which of the competing claimants should seize power and guiding them from behind the scenes. Finally, I can live my dream of being a scheming eunuch. There's one conversation earlier in the game where like Yuanhua says like, "Oh, I don't know whether I'd like being a eunuch. It's not exactly something you can go back from." I was like, "Hey now." So yeah, like Liu Bei's thing is that he and a couple of others. Oh, can I just like teleport to that battle, please? How do I like... Oh, I can like join in these battles. I thought I could like travel to that point in time. Oh, hang on, it's where the checkpoints start. Yeah, okay. So I got a checkpoint here. Play from the battle. I getcha. So yeah, I can start at the beginning of the chapter. Where do I have any checkpoints that are interesting? Let's just start from the beginning of chapter 3. Why not? I wonder what happens, because like you can do like... Oh yeah, so everyone like teamed up to take down this guy called Dongzhuo, who like basically had the emperor captive. So yeah, I think this is like the inciting incident for the three kingdoms. Did it say we were in the Dong Commandery? Oh yeah, this guy's gonna like... He just like tells you what the state of things are in case you've forgotten. But we're not here to listen to him tell me what he thinks of potted history looks like. Oh yeah, you keep having visions of this like other guardian of the peace. Yeah, he's saying like just choose a side. They will be the ones that you support. By the way, this armor set, you start out like this in these robes, which I think is really cool, and then when you sort of like get made like an official soldier of a different side, I think you get this armor, and I don't know where this comes from. It's very nice colours. I don't really like it as much as this. Right. I love how he sits down. Yeah, he gets up in a very floaty way as well. Peep this. So yeah, I get to choose which side I want to support. That's interesting. Let's go support... Visit the Shujing retreat. should we do? Oh yeah, I have to speak to them first before I can go. Ankles crossed daintily. He just tells me that he's taking over for the guy who used to be here. And he can track my bond. With both of you sitting there, it looks like you've taken on Yuanhua as your apprentice squire. Yeah, kind of. Like, I don't really know. It's a good job, I guess, they don't have like a Hippocratic oath in this period of Chinese history, because like Yuanhua follows you around as a doctor. He wants to try and help you recover your memory, but then, like, as you'll see, in each battle, read the letter at the inn. Oh my god. You kill like hundreds of thousands of people, and I don't really know how Yuanhua like squares that circle. Right, what letter do I need to read? Right, yeah, nice. Join us once more. Right, yeah, every side has invited me to go and join in a battle. There we go. Now we can go and. She's just saying, like, make sure you choose wisely. Right, now yes, there we go. And luckily, Newbie's right here, so. You want to wait till I'm out of earshot before you say that? I love the way Shiluan, the main character, Shiluan just sort of like stares with this like nonplussed way at everything. Just staring at him.
You make no sense.
You make no sense.
We're wanting to create an army of transgenders because we're crazy.
Thank you very much for the raid, Remy. How are you doing?
We're wanting to create an army
Hello,
of
raiders.
transgenders
Wow.
because we're crazy.
A double raid. Thank you very kindly. Welcome, welcome. I just finished explaining what the War of the Three Kingdoms is.
Sexy boy.
Well, I can repeat it if you'd all like to know. It's all going to stop mattering in a second as I get to the battlefield, and we're just going to start slashing loads of guys. Slim, I know all about Dynasty Warriors. Oh, cool. I only know a little bit about the War of the Three Kingdoms, and it's all mediated through Dynasty Warriors games. Remy, I'm doing wonderfully. Having fun in Die Nasty Warriors. Oh, people die nasty in this. Yeah, so honestly, like, this Dynasty Warriors game is like the most obviously homoerotic, because you have like social interactions and like bonds you can make with like different generals and commanders and stuff. And so many of them like invite you back to their like private quarters to like read poetry together. So like, I think this is like a battle I can join in. We're excitedly awaiting the romance of the three twinkdoms. Exactly. Like, the important part is... Right. Victory, defeat Yuan Shao. Can do. Defeat conditions, either Gongsun Zan or Liu Bei is forced to flee. Fine. Where are they going to be stationed? That's all I need to know. So yeah, to recap the story of the romance of the Three Kingdoms, the Emperor has just escaped captivity because like a coalition of different like generals came together to smash like the previous warlords like grip on the like he had the Emperor basically under like house arrest, but now that's created like a sort of power vacuum where three kingdoms led by Soso, Liu Bei, and Sun Quan have like are starting to sort of like get ready for war against one another, since yeah, I guess like each one of them wants to like inherit the stewardship of the Emperor. He came together to smash the player character. Yeah, in this game you play as like basically like a non-affiliated, like nameless character who doesn't appear in the history books because he's not real. And you basically just get to choose who you want to support and who you think should win the War of the Three Kingdoms. I've already completed the game once. I sided with Sol, but this time I'm gonna side with Liu Bei just to see, you know, what he's all about. Important details about the situation may yet elude us. It's a trap. I believe that is likely the case. They always basically just say to you, you just go where you like. And who should we be partnered with? I feel like I'm going to judge who to be with based on the beard, and this guy's got a more impressive beard, so... Slim, I put so many hours into Dynasty Warriors 3. I played one of the Dynasty Warriors games on the PS3 that let you create your own character, and it also had like a campaign mode where you could like basically conquer all of China, and I put a lot of time into that. Right, I think this is everything. Remy, this looks like it would be fun. I think the only warrior game I played was Samurai Warrior 2. The actual like, gameplay of them is like very simple, which is perfect because I hurt my hand earlier. I don't really want to play fighting games. I'd like to play like the Samurai Warriors games because I want to learn more about like different warring periods in Japanese history as well. Not that I've learned that much from playing this. This looks a lot like Samurai Warrior. So the important thing is to pick a good weapon. Sword, spear. I think I've mastered... I haven't mastered the Podao. I haven't mastered this. You know what? Let's go with a Naginata type thing. Like once you get into it, this is basically how you play these games. You ride around mowing the grass. This guy walking around with his big hammer. I'm like ridiculously overpowered. Oh, I couldn't parry any of those hits. There we go, parry that. Put an unhealthy amount of time into Dynasty Warriors 3, 7, and 8 or Empires. Yeah, I want to play, like, is 8/8 Empires, like, good? It's really expensive, and so I assume it must be good, because, like, they still can, like, Look at that! I parried and I wasn't even looking. I just heard the sound cue while I was reading chat. But yeah, it's still really expensive, which suggests to me that like it must be good. My friend is a big Dynasty Warriors head, loves 8. Well, because there's 8 and there's 8 empires, and I don't know whether they're like the same thing. One of them's really cheap and one of them's really expensive. My opinion soured on them when they took out the silliness and started removing stuff and adding it back in DLCs. Yeah, I can imagine that would sort of like drain a lot of your enthusiasm for it. Right, so we've ridden like this. We already own this base. I'm going off on my own. I'm just going to sally forth. I wonder if these guys are going to like do a big charge. Sometimes things that are expensive are worse. Yeah, but like if one of the games was better, I imagine it would still be charged at full price if it was still like people wanted it. Like, which is the better one? Dynasty Warriors 8 or Dynasty Warriors Empires? Cavalry are preparing. Yangang and Tiankai are now advancing. Great, okay, I guess we're all just going to charge forward. Oh, I can do a strategy. Hang on. So, fun fact, historically that is not a thing where like everyone fires their arrows up into the air. Like, bows and arrows don't actually work that way. Oh shit. I think I just activated some kind of... Oh damn. Oh, it's Zhang He. Why must we fight? I don't know anything about Dynasty Warriors. I'm sure it's a great game. Yeah, I mean, like, I just want to know which one's the good one, because they have such similar titles, I feel like it's difficult to like judge. Look at me! We've absolutely smashed their like central force. 9 is the one people really hate. Okay, that's good to know, to avoid that one. After you defeat a general, usually the rest of the unit like just scatters. Oh crap. Look at how many people I just sent up into the air. Ah, damn. There we go. Parrying in this game feels really good because of like the like little animation you do. Like the way loads of guys around the vicinity all go flying. Oh, hang on, they need help at H. What? Whoops, I did a Russo attack by accident. I just love it when like loads of guys go flying. Oh, accept a duel. Yes. Get parried, nerd. Look at that, perfect. Right, let's go and capture that. Ooh, ready for an ambush. That's miles away. How do I get it? How do I get there? Right, I'm gonna have to... I want to be part of that ambush. I'm gonna have to like ride here and then like up. I want to know whether any of the Gundam Dynasty Warriors games are good. They didn't really need to send in everyone here because I think just me would have been enough. I mean, I've immediately just rode in and killed like 100 guys. These games are very silly. Alright, they're ready to do another ambush on the other side of the map now. I like the Gundam ones. The thing is, I don't know that much about Gundam. I only know, like, Gundam Wing, and, like, the first series of Gundam. I don't know anything about, like, Unicorn or any of the later Gundam stuff, so I'd probably be lost. Right. Let's do it again. Oh, look at this. They're absolutely scattering. Fiery fortress, what? Ah! I can't parry because I can't see. Right. Parry him again. Hyrule Warriors. I liked Hyrule Warriors. I played, I think, Age of Calamity, like the second one, a lot. I mean, I like this style of game. It's very sort of mindless. Because I'm not very good at video games, so having nice sort of easy games to play is a definite plus for me. Oh yeah, he's using the other really fun weapon type, the wheels. Dom, you are good at them. I mean, I'm alright at some of them. I will grant that. I'm just really enjoying ploughing through like loads of guys. Did I parry him even off camera? That was great. I'm like perfect dodging through his attacks. I'm not very good at parrying those guys, so I just dodge through their attacks usually. I have no idea what's going on. Good. They're all gone. Oh, my proficiency with the Naginata, I don't know what you call this, has increased. So I probably should work on a different weapon. What's next? Oh, I can just keep increasing them. That's interesting. Well, let's go for the wheels then, because they're really fun. Oh yeah, destroy that, please. A 1,000 people have been slaughtered by me. Wheels are so silly. Oh right, he's the leader. What the hell? I'm getting juggled. Press circle. When in doubt, press circle. Where is he? Did we win? Oh, there we go. The One Piece Musou games are apparently fun, but I refuse to learn too much about One Piece. Yeah, that's fair. The Berserk one I've played on stream before is fun, but it's just a shame that it's like... Oh my god, I thought 8 was the maximum I could raise any of these weapons proficiencies to. What do I get for, like... Great Mountain Throw? What do I get for going beyond level 8? Oh man, it just, like, boosts your stats. Okay. Ooh, okay. You can get all the way to level 101. Completing the story has unlocked epic weapons. Epic weapons are easier to obtain in battles with a higher recommended rank level and when playing at higher difficulty levels. Okay. Did I get any? Hi, Gideon Geist. So yeah, that's like the battle gameplay of Dynasty Warriors. The bit I really liked about this is making friends with people. I wonder if anyone will offer... They're so pretty. Yeah, all the men in this are super pretty. Like, none of the characters. I think it's because I played too fastidiously, but like none of the characters are appearing on the world map to like ask me to talk about poetry with them. Go and chat with Liu Bi again. Hey, would you like to join me for a meal? A nearby village gave me some quality meat. More admirers. Nice to feel appreciated after all the work I've done. This is a story event, so it's probably just noticed Rafty L followed. Thank you for following. I must have lost all of that in the raids. Did you ever play Wolong Fallen Dynasty? I heard mixed things on that one. No, I did not. So I'm gonna mash through some of this story stuff. I think I did all of this on my first playthrough because I remember trying to support every side for as long as I could. And I think at this point, yeah, so those like things in the corner, like where it says Soso, Sunjian and Liu Bei, is like how much you've supported each side, and I think you can fill all three things up to a certain point at which they make you choose, because like two of the forces come into conflict, and you're not allowed to like fight them and then make friends. Recommended rank level 25. I'm level 60, so... Dom, I thought it was fine, but ultimately a budget Sekiro. Well, that definitely loses me, because I didn't even like the full price Sekiro. Yeah, annoyingly I can't seem to find any of the NPCs to like hang out with. But like the way you build up relationship with them is you can like hang out with them, and then they also give you like missions to do in levels. Led by Guanhai. Once he is eliminated, the remaining rebels will scatter. Right. So if any of these guys flee, we lose. What should I do? Watch the battle unfold and provide support where is needed. Yeah, that's pretty much always my orders. I can choose which way I go, though. I'd rather go where the fighting's thickest, and it looks like it's going to be at the bottom. So we'll side with Zhang Fei. Challenge. Claim victory with all gates. Oh, goodness. You know what? I could actually just go alone. Look at how pouty Shilwan looks. Is this why Steam recommending me this game is recommending this game as a dating sim? Yeah, it might be, because it does have like dating sim elements to it, basically. We'll stick with Zhang Fei because I want to build up relationship. Who's this? Look at him just being juggled in the air. Erst. I wonder what like the least bloodthirsty playthrough of this game you can do is. Like, what's the least number of people you need to kill to finish the game? Any game is a dating sim if you try hard enough. The wheels are so fun. I'm gonna try using the fists as well though, because they're really a really fun weapon. I love this move where you like gather people up into a ball. Remy, I forgot how visually full these games get. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how much stuff there is on screen at any given point in time. My boyfriend has returned. How are you? What are the options for dinner? Ooh, pizza. Pizza. If pizza's available. Yeah, I need some pizza to get me in the mood for finishing Final Fantasy Remake this evening. Yeah, exactly, Under the Rotten Pizza. Now it's all coming together. It all makes sense. Oh, Luby came to help me out. Cheers, mate. What toppings will it have? Probably mine's like just 4 cheese, right? 3 cheese. They took a cheese off me? That's how you know we're living in the worst timeline. Can't have 4 cheeses in this economy. One of the great things about these games is sometimes you just hear someone say something and you're like, I know that voice actor from somewhere, but I cannot place where. Right, rain arrows on them. I want to point out again that it's just not how arrows were like fired in war. In the wars. Well, it's just like, you know, the whole point. Yeah, exactly. It's easier to just aim at the person and fire the arrow at them rather than like aim in this like 45-degree arc where, you know, yeah, sure, that'll like maximize the distance traveled of the arrow, but like it's going to get knocked off course over the longer it travels because it's only an arrow and it's like subject to the wind or whatever. And yeah, way harder to aim when it's like that. The English voice acting in Dynasty Warriors is shockingly bad from actors who are usually very good. I assume it's a stylistic choice. Yeah, perhaps they just like purposefully get like people to like do weird, like extremely dramatic like readings. Ow. This guy just letting me punch him. I want to do the thing where I gather them all up into a big ball. Ouch. A few seconds ago it said I just hit 600 kills and now I'm on 700. Like, I'm like history's greatest monster here. The rest of his soldiers are trying to flee and I'm just still battering them. You know what? Finish that guy off. I always love the flaming arrow joke at the beginning of Robin Hood Men in Tights, taking the piss out of flaming arrows. Oh, I can't get past these obstacles. I shouldn't have been reading chat. Yeah, like they do it in 300 as well. They do this like, you know, all the archers like fire up in the air, and it's like it looks really cool, but that's about it. Because like here's the other thing about if they do that with the arrows, you can just put your shield over your head, which I think is what the Spartans do in that movie. And it's just like it shows it to be like a pretty bad strategy. The next Nier game should go back to playing like this. Yes, honestly it should. I mean, I'm sort of wondering if they're going to remake the Drakengard games at a certain point. I find these fan guys really hard to parry. But I did it twice in a row. I'm goated. The blood of 1,000 dead men is on your hands. I think you get like buffs for like taking out that many people as well. Oh no, one of them made it up onto the wall. I'll let them deal with it. Look at me just casually, perfectly dodging through that attack. It's a shame I don't have like the Kamehameha move equipped. I think I switch my weapons. I think I have it on this. Yes, I do. Okay, right, let's find somebody to do a Kamehameha. This is so stupid. I'm starting to feel like this game might not be very historically accurate. You can run if you like, but leave your heads here. I mean, at this point, we've surely completely broken the back of their, like, assault on the castle. He's out of here. Right. Does this to you. Yeah, the soundtracks in these games are really fun. Given that they basically have to sustain you through, like, you know, a couple of hours of, like, doing this. $1,400. It says KO, not killed. These guys are just sleeping. It's nap time for you, yellow turban strategist. Yeah, Bambi's mom was just having a long nap. So, given that I've been playing Final Fantasy lately, I've just like drawn like an insane parallel in my head. The thing that I think a lot of people know Final Fantasy for is it's Final Fantasy VII for is it's the game where Aerith dies. And I think a lot of people, the thing that they remember Bambi for is it's the film where Bambi's mom dies. If you go back and watch Bambi, like, now, it's crazy what a tone shift it is. Immediately after his mom dies, it, like, the next scene is just, like, his rabbit buddy just chilling out and being a goofy guy. I don't think it's until the very end that the film, like, recaptures that sort of solemn tone. It's like such a wild, like, tone shift in that movie. Oh yeah, this is the guy we need to defeat. You're not allowed to just dodge through my attack. Oh shit. Help that guy out. And just like that, Guan Hai was also sent to nap time. I'd say the Americans need to be shown The Animals of Farthing Wood. Is the TV show... I can't remember much about the TV show. I do remember that, I don't even know if they're related now, come to think of it, but, like, Watership Down is, like, a really disturbing movie. And that just has a grim tone throughout the entire thing. Oh, my horse is maximum level. It's always funny when you notice Watership Down being shown at Easter. My god. What a... yeah. I need to play through this whole game and focus on these cutscenes more. I just made it back from a journey myself. Did you find some work? It's It's good to be back.
あちこち転戦してきたんでしょ。
You've been fighting all over the place, I'm sure you must be exhausted too. Yeah? My thumb is killing me.
溜まっていた海が一気に吹き出してきた。世の中を変えるという聴覚。
So I love that for the most of the game, Yuanhua like follows you around, and yeah, you can just totally like headcanon Shiluan and Yuanhua are just like, I don't know, they're such an odd couple. Like, one's a doctor, one's a like kills like 1,400 people per day.
そういうわけで仕事の続きです。
What do you mean?
どうもこうもないでしょう。忘れたんですか？俺があなたについてきた理由。今日はシラン殿の過去を探りに行きましょう。シラン殿と初めて会ったあの場所。あそこなら
Yuanhua follows you around for most of the game to like help you recover your memories about who you are and what role you're supposed to play in everything. But mostly, yeah, they just have these like cute little conversations. And by dig deep into your past, I mean it's time for a prostate examination. Yeah, I like imagining Yuanhua as the top in that situation. That's kind of fun. But yeah, no, I really like this game. It's a shame I haven't been able to... I think I played it too fastidiously on my first playthrough, and I made sure to kind of go on all the little date events with most characters. So I don't know how many of them I can replay or I can even, like, see again. Because they're not showing up on the world map like they used to. So if this game goes on sale, or, like, you know, you just are interested, I do strongly recommend checking it out. It's a lot of fun. Very gay. Let's see, if I just go to, like, a character, like Zhang He was the one I remember. Can I, like... Oh, yeah, I can, like, check out the events. So, yeah, we'll watch some of these. We can talk here without interruption. Definitely. And what is it that you want? Or talk about what? Let's ask him what he wants. You may be wondering why one of your enemies from the Battle of Jiqiao has come to see you. I cannot blame you for being cautious. I visited you today because I'm interested in your way of life. Remy, heck, I keep passing out. I love watching you. Your vibe is always great. Go to sleep. I know it's very late for you, and you were streaming yourself not an hour ago. So yeah, thanks for swinging by. Thank you very much for the raid as well. Very much appreciated. And yeah, hit me up if you want to play some fighting games. We will definitely do that. Dom, how much input do you have in creating your character? None. You have to play as Shiluan. You can choose like what clothes you wear once you unlock some different clothing sets, and you can choose what weapon you use, and that's it. Oh, and your horse, I guess. But yeah, you have very little input in what Shiluan looks like, and which I don't mind, because I really dig Shiluan's vibe. But if you didn't like the look of this character for whatever reason, I can imagine that would be a bit off-putting. The default is an eyeline twink. Yes, exactly. That's the default character. They wanted you to play, yeah, this like very gender ambiguous twink, hanging out with a very gender ambiguous doctor. Will you trust me even if I give you such a vague reason? I'm listening. I'm glad I could pique your interest. Let's speak a little more. I found the way you fought most fascinating. My eyes were ceaselessly drawn to you. Is it getting hot in here? Is it just me?
それがなぜなのか、その時の私には分かっていませんでした。
それが謎なのか。
ですが、後になって気づいてしまいました。
I realize that you represent my ideal. The subtext is rapidly becoming text. This is what I was talking about. This is why I wanted to show you show you guys this, because it's so not even subtle. Your ideal ... The one true answer to what I desire. I haven't been able to keep you out of my mind since that battle. I've heard talk that you kneel before no leader. The art of the single entendre. Quite right, quite right. Right, I'm interested in your way of life. Gay lifestyle for the win. I heard, yeah. I don't know if you just heard that from off camera. My boyfriend said, I heard you kneel for no leader. Want to change that? There's a first time for everything, Shiloan. Forget General Gongsun-san. You're not even in the service of Liu Bei. You are merely a guest of theirs. The revelation was such a shock that I was forced to reflect on my own life. You stand on the battlefield of your own volition. You give me too much credit. I'm gonna, yeah. Play a little hard to get. No, it is you who underestimates your own value. I believe that all paths in my life will lead me to the field of battle. For it is there that I can express my ability to its fullest potential, snatching victory from the jaws of brutal struggle. It is when close to death that I feel the certainty of life. I have no hesitation in this way of life. However, I had never considered the choice of not following someone else. Oh, how narrow-minded I have been. I do not think I can go on fighting much longer, now that I know. I never thought that far ahead myself. I don't see a reason why not. I never thought that far ahead. On the battlefield, you never think what's next. You are a very fascinating person indeed. If you have no objections, I would like to get to know you better. Dom, watching this is giving me my 5 a day. Yeah, this is so fruity. Let us spend the night discussing our philosophies on aesthetics. Aesthetics? Sure? Is that what the kids are calling it these days? Is this story based? Not this time. Riker doesn't think it's based, therefore, confirmed, it is indeed based. But, like, okay, I've picked an extremely... Like, that's one that's stuck in my craw. A lot of them are like that. I'm just picking on this one because I know it was exactly, like, what I'm talking about. The fade to black, exactly. So yeah, you invite him over again. He, like, sends you a letter that's like, can I come over late at night? And he wants to talk about tactics with you or whatever, but it's like, it's interesting. Scene, they've just finished talking about tactics, which was ostensibly the reason for his visit. Okay, and go. To initiate such a plan with these taxons, you have a keen insight. Please do go on. I wouldn't go that far. You're far too humble. You should take more pride in your strategic acumen. Having an accurate perception of your own abilities is very important, especially knowing what happens when you attempt feats beyond them. I'm sure you're aware that I'm in the service of Lord Yuan Shao. He has, of late, come to be called the most powerful leader in the land. In the past, he has followed a typical path to power, achieving victories reliably through acquiring resources, more resources than his enemies. To pick fruit higher up the tree of war, he does not use a ladder, but has begun the construction of a tower of great height and dubious stability. Certainly you can understand my misgivings, more than I wish I did. A victory gained without wisdom and strength can be easily taken away. War is a great clash of human potential, and the ephemeral spark of that moment in history is what captures the hearts of men. Then why not serve another? That is some advice I would never hear from my comrades. I love the way he puts his hand on his chin.
Beginning to get on my nerves.
You're beginning to get on my nerves. Just fuck already. At any rate, speaking with you has lifted my spirits. It is always a pleasure, even if the subject matter is not. If, perchance, my ideal battlefield did exist somewhere in this world, I believe that it might be next to you. Gay! Would you welcome such an event? I will take responsibility! Oh no! It's like I've knocked him up or something. I will take responsibility. Are you trying to lure me away from my lord? If that is your intention, then by all means, please do it! ぜひお願いします。はい。今からやるぜ。Empreg in my historic battle game. I can see that you mean what you say, but for now let us keep the proper distance from one another as servants of different masters. One day on the battlefield of my dreams, we will stand together as allies. Until that day. I think later on, yeah, like, this is when you've maximized your bond with him. I think, yeah, he's joined Soso's side at this point. Just as I said when we first met. You are gifted with foresight. Do not waste such kindness on me. Yeah, you're a real tough guy. I'm a cold-hearted man. The place I once called home before I abandoned it is now but a memory, and yet I did not shed a single tear. Yeah, he's waxing about his former masters. Do you regret leaving? That would be unfair to everyone. I have made my choice. Looks toward me as he says that, by the way. I live not for nothing but the thrill of battle. I have no interest in why the fighting began or for what cause. Sure, you're a fucking regular big boss. I will feel at home as long as I can be on the front lines serving Lord Soso. Besides, I will be fighting by your side on countless battlefields for the foreseeable future. I've made the choice to come here based on my ideals. And the pride I feel in my decision will never turn into sadness and regret. I want you to feel the same way. Is that too selfish? Biting my lip here, I feel the same. Don't think I have ever seen a sky so beautiful. So it's worth mentioning that so many characters comment on the fact that Shiloan's eyes are sky blue and that his eyes remind them of the sky. So I think this is like a coded coded reference here. Even things you've seen many times look different when your heart is clear. It's gotten cold. I'd like to warm myself up in your room tonight as well. It's like, it's not even subtext. Gay, gay, homo, gay. And with that, I'm going to love you and leave you. So yeah, strongly recommend this game if that, if any of that, you know, was up your alley. But yes, my pizza is cooked. I'm gonna go and eat it and then finish playing Final Fantasy VII Remake. I hope you've all enjoyed the stream. Thank you for swinging by. Thank you for sticking around, any of the raiders who are still here. Yeah, I will catch you all on the flip side. Bye-bye!